Hey guys, today's video is going to be quite a different video. I have fallen into the hole of reading, so that is my new obsession slash fixation. Like, when I'm obsessed with something, I basically make it my personality trait. So as you can see from the title, I am planning to do a 24-hour reading challenge. I don't know, there's kind of like some loopholes. To be honest, I don't think I can function properly if I were to consecutively read for 24 hours. So there is a chance that I am going to be sleeping and doing other things, but I'm going to have a timer on my phone to indicate how long I have read. And then I'll stop the timer when I'm doing certain things such as sleeping or driving if I, can't physically read. Yeah, I've seen a lot of booktube creators do this and I just want to give it a try. So I've read all of these books so far, and the ones that I'm planning to read for this video. So The American Roommate Experiment by Elena Armas. She basically wrote the Spanish love deception. By the way, I will leave a link to my Goodreads in the description. And also follow my Instagram because I often update my stories with the books that I read. So follow me on Instagram. This took me a while to read. Like, this is a thick book. It's like very slow burn for me. I don't know. So it was really hard to get into. But then towards like the middle, it got better. So that's why I'm really excited for this one. This one is not as thick. So I am hoping that I can get it done. And I'm thinking like, if I'm able to read this thickie in a day, then surely I'll be able to read this one. By the way, I'm obsessed with the Twisted series. Ana Huang has my heart. Like, oh my god, these characters, I miss them so much. The Twisted series are my obsession. Enough about that. This is the book I'm gonna read. I also got this book. So these books are kind of like TikTok or book talk, hyped up book talk books. This one is Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. She's the author that wrote The Love Hypothesis, and this book is the book that got me in this like romance novel high, if you would call it that. And yeah, I'm hoping that this is also good. So these are the two books that I'm hopefully going to get by in this video. If I'm feeling even more ambitious and crazy, I might pick up another book. I also have Verity. I haven't read this, but I don't know if I'm feeling like thriller. People say this is scary. I don't know how you can be scared of a book, but then again, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't really read thriller, so I probably will be scared by this. But I'm also thinking of reading this, like Before We Were Strangers. The cover is so pretty. This looks like a short read because it's like the thinner book. I don't know if I'll be able to finish these in 24 hours. You know what? I'm gonna like step out of my comfort zone and challenge myself. This is a challenge, so a slight change of plans. I am going to try and read these, but I can't really start a new book without finishing the book that I'm currently reading. So the book that I'm currently reading is 𝐩𝐥𝐞𝐬's Me Before You. I am like halfway through. I think I have like 200 pages left. Yeah, let's hope I can finish this. I'm aiming in like 3 hours, and yeah, these are the books. It is currently 11:52. I'm just gonna get started. Am I ready to read for 24 hours? Start. I have not cried reading a book in a while. My heart is just like, why? I don't even know what to say about this book because I don't want to spoil it if you haven't read it. Okay, it took me like 3 hours to read the rest of this book, and that was like about 200, 300 pages. I do recommend reading it. I definitely am going to watch the movie. I would rate it, I did cry, but that wouldn't mean that I'd like instantly give it 5 stars, because honestly this was such a hard book to like continuously read. I just felt like it was so long. I felt like we could have gone without certain parts and the story still would have been good, you know? A big part of the story is that the male protagonist, Will, is like encouraging Louisa to like come out of her comfort zone and just live, to enjoy her life, because you know she's not making the most out of it. The book basically showcases just how timid and like held back Louisa is. There was a lot of scenes that built upon that narrative that like, oh, Louisa is like, she feels small or inferior to her sister or those around her. I just felt like I already got that point, like I already knew or understood, so like we didn't really have to keep talking or bringing that up, but I guess it was a big part of the story. I don't know, but I think I would rate this a like 3.5 or 4. 4 because it made me so emotional and like damn, that hit hard at the end, but realistically speaking like 3.5 or something. So yeah, I'm not sure what I want to like read. So this one's 310, this is 350, this is 405. I feel like Before We Were Strangers might be emotional. I don't know if I want to go into an emotional book already. I'm going to do heads or tails. Siri, heads or tails?
It's tails.
Okay, she said tails, so we will start off with this. It's cute, it's pink. I love it. 3 hours. We'll start. Is terrible. It's been like an hour and I've only read like 50-ish pages. I don't know if my head is hurting because I'm reading so many words, or also it might be because the writing is so small that my eyes are like struggling to adjust, or my head hurts because I need a nap. Also, yeah, I think I'm getting a headache as well, because like some of the words are just not clicking in my brain. There's a lot of like sciencey words. Like, what is an electron electroencephalography lab. Like, my brain hurts reading some of these words, to be honest. Okay, I'm reading at a decent speed right now, but oh my god, it's getting like good. Nothing crazy has happened yet. I'm already feeling feels, and honestly, I don't know, I might like Levi a bit more than Adam Carlson from The Love Hypothesis. Levi has a little bit more personality that he's giving compared to what Adam was giving in the beginning of The Love Hypothesis, you know? I wish we could read in Levi's point of view. It is going great. On 9 hours and I just finished this book. I really like this book. I really liked Levi in this book. like the male protagonist. I feel like Ali Hazelwood did a good job in showing the male protagonist's feelings a little bit more, because like I felt like in The Love Hypothesis, Adam Carlson was very like reserved and like he just kept to himself. Like that was his like personality, which is like, you know, that's just like the character in itself. I feel like Levi is also kind of like that, but you kind of get to see his point of view a little bit. Like I mean, like you don't get to read his point of view, but you see through like their text messages and like their interactions, like Levi is just open about the fact that he is like obsessed with her or in love with her, in love with B. So that gave me the feels, because like, oh my god, it's so cute. I will solidify my review on Goodreads. But yeah, I love this book. This was so cute. I slowed down towards the end because it's getting late and I'm getting tired. I don't know if I want to keep going. It's 2:23. I probably will read this one. Oh, I just realized. I don't know what it's called. What is it called when it's multiple perspectives? Because like this one, it changes perspective between the two main characters. I'm really excited for that. Yeah, I'm just going to read a few chapters and see how much I can read for the rest of the night, and if I go to sleep, I go to sleep, and I'll just continue tomorrow. Okay, I am back to give another update. I am at like the 11-hour mark. I haven't made it that far into the book. I'm liking it so far. I feel like Lucas, the male protagonist, is a sweetheart and Rosie must be protected. And that's just how I feel right now. I'm really liking it. I'm only up to chapter 6, page 67, and I have like a lot more to go. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of things that are just like getting in the way, and like this video is not going as smoothly as I thought it would be. One, like I'm still getting in my head about the whole like not reading for 24 hours straight. I don't know, I'm just trying to reassure myself that like this is still a challenge. But yeah, like with that in mind, like with me kind of accepting that I'm just gonna see how many books I can read in 24 hours, I'm still trying to like be consistent and like leave the timer on for as long as I can. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense, but I just have been stopping the timer a lot and I kind of feel guilty about it. But then again, it's not really gonna make a difference because I'm gonna edit it or this video in a way that hopefully makes sense. I don't know if it's valid. I'm just getting in my head like this is not good. So please tell me it's okay. I don't know. I need the reassurance. How great for my first challenge. Since we last spoke, baby, you were so cold that you drove me crazy. I just finished the American Roommate experiment. I cried a little at the end because it just made my heart feel so many different things. Like it wasn't sad or anything. I just fell in love with the characters. I just checked my laptop just to see what time I finished the previous book, Love on the Brain. So I finished that at the 9-hour mark, and now I'm at the 15-hour mark. It took me like so long to finish this book. It just took some time because like things just kept getting in the way. And also I've realized that it's just hard for me to like multitask while I'm reading. So I'm already a slow reader as it is, in my opinion, but I'm even slower if I'm like doing something while I'm reading, such as like eating and just in a different environment. I feel like I read the best when I'm at home in my bed because I can just get comfortable and just read with no distraction, nothing else bothering me. So it took me about like 6-ish hours to finish this book, and I'm going to rate it. Honestly, I think I'm gonna rate this a 5. It's a bit of a slow burn, but it's not like unbearable slow burn, like nothing is happening throughout the entire story and then boom, at the end they're like in love. Like no, like from the very beginning there's flirting and it's cute. It's not like enemies to lovers. Like right off the bat both the characters show interest in one another, or at least that's what it seemed like, and it was just positive throughout, and I just like loved that. I feel like grumpy sunshine is really like common in the books that I read, and this was just like a breath of fresh air because it wasn't really grumpy sunshine. Like the guy was just, he was flirty and nice and kind and caring, and it just made me feel so many butterflies for our main character, Rosie. I really like her. Her character is so cute. Honestly, I like this better than the first one. If you are a hopeless romantic like me, I think you would like this book because it's just cute, it's cheesy, and there's like scenes that just like make you like wish that it was you experiencing that. Lucas, the love interest in this book, he just like goes over the top, and oh my god, he's just setting the bar so high for men out there. I mean, you just know that this is written by a woman because like, I mean, surely there's like cheesy guys out there, but yeah, he's really setting the bar high with this. He did so many like cute things for Rosie and the grand gesture, and then if you like cheesy things, I think you would like this. It was so cute. That's all I'm gonna say. I love this book. I still have like 9-ish hours to go. I'm going to move to this book, Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino. I love the cover of this book. It's like pink and it feels nice. I'm hoping that I can fly by this book because the writing is like much more bigger than the writing in this book. Like I feel like this book is like a size 11, 12, and this looks like it's like 14. Sorry, I pay attention to the style of font. 9 hours is a long time. I don't think it's gonna take me 9 hours to finish this book. This book is like thinner, so maybe we can squeeze another 2 books. I don't know. So I'm up to chapter 8, which is like page 70, and I've read for about an hour-ish, and I'm like liking it so far. It's like a bit more of a quick read, I think. I don't know. Is this quick for an hour? But I think I can get this done today, hopefully. I feel like this book is about to be emotional. Like I don't know what's gonna go on. It's definitely not as light-hearted as the 2 books that I read previously. I don't know what to expect. I just finished Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino. An update on the timer. 19 hours and 29 minutes. which means I have like 5 hours left of this challenge. Oh my god, this challenge is taking forever. But I'm getting as much reading done as I can, and I'm proud of myself. About this book, oh my god. I don't know if I'm just an emotional person. Actually, I am an emotional person. But it got to me at the end. So this book is not like the other 2 books that I read. It's much more on the, I guess, emotional side. I don't know, what I liked about it was how like almost realistic it felt. Like the previous 2 books that I read, which was Love on the Brain and The American Roommate Experiment. Those were like cheesy. It was a good time reading them, don't get me wrong. But you know, love in real life is not always like that. Love has its ups and downs, and I feel like this book really showcased that. So without giving away too much, this book follows 2 characters, Matt and Grace. They first met 15 years ago in college. We're reading from like the present time, and through this book you basically read about how their relationship developed, and then something happens that kind of affects their relationship, and then it basically takes you on a journey on how they kind of like going about approaching their relationship in the present time now that they went through all of those things. And it's basically giving them a second chance to rekindle their love or just fix the issues that came about. It also felt realistic in a way, because when I was reading about like their college experiences, it just felt like something typical college students would do. Not that I relate to the things that are happening in this book. If you know, you know, but like it just seems like something that would actually happen. I don't know, that's just the best way that I can put it. But yeah, I really like this book. It felt like a quick read. I think it's because like the words are much more bigger and there isn't that many pages compared to the previous book. This one only has like 300 pages, while The American Roommate Experiment had like 400. I need to pick another book to read because we do have like 5 hours to go. And I think I can squeeze in one more book. Let's quickly finish up this dang video. We have finally reached the end of the 24-hour readathon. First of all, let's just quickly talk about Verity, which is like the last book I read. Honestly, I underestimated this book. I have seen other people read this book, and a few of them have said that they didn't really want to read it because they're too scared to read it, and you know, they were gonna get creeped out. And as someone who has just started reading, I basically underestimated the idea of being scared from a book. Like I was thinking like, oh, how can you be scared by a book when it's just words? You're not really seeing anything. While like if you were to watch a movie or a show that is on the thriller / horror side, it's a bit more scary because it's like visual and you can see it right in front of you. But then when I was reading this, I got spooked. Like it's not like super scary or anything, but there's scenes where it like has you on the edge of your seat. So now I understand why people were scared to read this, especially at night. I think if it was nighttime when I was reading this, I did read this last night, but I finished like majority of it today and it's morning. I feel like if I were to read it at night, I would be like incredibly scared. Yeah, I underestimated this book. This book was pretty good. I'm gonna rate it 5 stars just because I didn't expect the twist. It's not super crazy. I just went in it with like a clear mind and I wasn't really expecting anything or trying to guess anything. For my first thriller book, this is like the first book that has really like psychologically messed with me a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a 5-star rating. Yeah, that is my thoughts on Verity. We are just under 24 hours. I think I'm gonna stop it here because we're pretty much close to the 24-hour mark, which means that in the whole duration of this video of attempting to read as many books as I can in 24 hours, I was able to read 5 books, which is honestly crazy because 1, I don't usually take a day to finish a book. Unless I'm like really into it, it usually does take me a while because life gets in the way and you have to do a lot of things. So yeah, I really try to grind as much as I can and read as much as I can, and I'm pretty proud of myself. But yeah, that is basically all the books that I read for this 24-hour reading challenge. Maybe one day I will actually do the challenge properly and actually read for 24 hours straight instead of like stopping the timer and then like filming this throughout multiple days. Maybe one day I will do that. Let me know your thoughts on this video if you enjoyed it. This is my first time filming a book related video and I had a lot of fun. I got to read a lot of books on my to be read and I'm already thinking like, oh, what other books should I get to read? So yeah, if you have any suggestions on books that I should read, let me know. If you want to stay connected and know what I'm reading, the links to my Goodreads will be in the description, as well as my Instagram and my other social media platforms, but Instagram is usually the one where I update my stories on what I'm reading and what I'm up to. I'm most active on there, so if you want to follow me and connect with me, feel free to follow me there. And yeah, I'm just gonna end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a good day. Please take care of yourselves and I'll just see you in my next one. Bye bye.